I didn't terrorize stuff because I wanted to be gangster. Um, I had a lot of undealt with stuff and could not manage my emotions, and mentally something was wrong with me. Fundamentally, like it was, and I had to seek help. And then you just so happen to have an image crisis and all this anger in a gang infested area, so you tend to project your conditions. You know what I mean? And that's how that came about. That was never a path of wanting to do that. The goal was to come from where you come from and still be and do something different. But you got idiots that'll play with you, play with your name, knowing you gonna do damage, know you have done damage, and will say stupid stuff like what you not built like when you was built to do just that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's God, which is optional when you growing up, and then survival is a for sure thing. You gonna choose that over anything else, and you gotta fight to get to a place where God is literally the head of your life. You know, because that was the battle, and they had taken it like it was a cop out, and just little weird stuff. When you seen the stuff I've seen growing up, rather active or non-active, if there's a devil that was loose like that, it had to have been a God that was somewhere present. And I didn't always think he was there. It was hard to come to God. It was so hard. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when things are happening and people are saying things and you don't respond like they think you should respond, or how conditions raised you to respond, they think something's wrong with you, or you're a punk, you're a buster. No, it take a man to not respond, you know what I'm saying, the way he should, because I watch people from my neighborhood make fun of mental health, my mental health, uh, cool with division amongst my family because of mental health. And I watched a lot of things, and it took a lot not to trip once you start to consciously think about a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You had to really let some things die for you to live in the space God really cultivated for you to be who you need to be to flourish. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about the things you have to overcome to be who you need to be, you ain't worry about what nobody's saying, because they don't know the battle. And a lot of times our battle don't look the same. That don't mean that we not fighting, fam. It's just the fight look different. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I'm nothing to be played with. I may play a lot. I'm definitely nothing to be played with. And it took a long time to let those type of things, them justified feelings to do violence when somebody disrespect you, let it go. In return, it stressed me out, made me sick, made my patience a lot thinner. So it looked like, oh, what's up with him? And people still can't differentiate between what's a hypocrite and what's someone that's struggling. You know what I mean? So, that stuff that come with the territory of wanting to change your life. Because now the battle is actively trying to change perception of self, while also changing it in regards to people that think they know you, but they just really came in on a certain chapter. You know what I mean? God is a true author, and things are still being written. They're still being written. Your thing is to maintain your peace, and even though you came from chaos, but to sit in that peace is the task, because that's the constant thing that's gonna be challenged. The mind, it triggers behavior, then action, and then from there, you know, you gotta leave it in God and make sure God don't leave you. You know what I'm saying? What I've learned when I want to get payback is that you never want to get, when God is trying to wake somebody up who just so happen to be your enemy, you don't want to get in the way, because you might go to sleep. Because that person still belong to God too. I had to learn and bite a few bullets when my name was through the dirt, or somebody did something weird. You know what I'm saying? And I had to stay quiet, because I tripped. I really tripped. And a lot of people know I would, and it wouldn't be off mental health or because of a gang banging background. It'd just be strictly off principle. You know what I mean? But God has been good despite how bad it's been. And I gotta sit in that, because he's the true vindicator. He's the true vindicator. I'm losing my voice. He's the true vindicator. And I want to get this out, because I know some brothers and some sisters that might be going through this thing of transition. When people think they can play with you because they think they know your background, and they didn't dig deep enough. Because you're not telling on yourself and all these other type things. You know that you'll break them down like fractions. So you just got to be cool, calm, and collective, fam. And know God, real life is working it for your good.